Welcome, my beautiful Hashar Sangha. This is our last session for our Ground of Being course. And this is the sixth session, and I'm recording this from my home. So we're all in lockdown here. And I hope you're well and keeping safe. So for our last session, I've decided that we'll start with a brief meditation first, about 15 minutes or so. And then after our meditation, we'll go over some themes. And rather than introducing anything new, for our last session, what I would like to do is to just review what we've done so far, so that you can stand back and have a bird's eye perspective, so to speak, on the journey that we've gone together in the Ground of Being. So we'll start with meditation, a brief meditation. So sit in any position that you find comfortable and see if you can keep your back straight. So I recommend that if you're comfortable sitting in a chair, please sit in a chair. If you're comfortable on a sofa, sit in a sofa, but I would advise against leaning back. And make sure your back is supported. So if you have to put several cushions behind your back, feel free to do that. The danger of being prone, like lying on a bed or lying on the floor, is that we tend to fall asleep. And sleeping is like the other spectrum of meditation. Sleeping, we become less alert, we become drowsy. Meditation is going the other way. Meditation is a process of awakening, not falling asleep. If you do fall asleep, that's okay. It just means that you're physically, mentally, you're really tired and your body probably needs a sleep. But anyway, let's get started. Now, before we start, I want to touch upon gratitude. And even in these very challenging times, I feel it's important that we tune into something that we can appreciate and be grateful for. And this is an extremely powerful practice. And it doesn't have to be anything big, it could be something really small. So sitting up straight, palms together over your heart, and close eyes. And think of something you can be grateful for, anything, whatever comes to you. And if you can't think of anything, just be grateful for the fact that you are alive, that you can experience the things that life can offer. Take a few moments here and deepen into this feeling of appreciation and gratitude. Start to draw a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release your hands. You can bring your hands down to your knees, palms down or palms up. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can keep them half open, your choice. And if you want to form a mudra with your hands, feel free to do that. Make sure spine is lengthening. And draw another breath in. And as you exhale, relax your body into your seated position. Relax your shoulders. And start following your breath. And start noticing the physical sensations of your breathing. And notice how the air enters your nostrils, brushing past your nasal membranes and how your belly pushes out as you breathe in, falling back as you breathe out. Your ribcage expanding as you inhale, contracting as you exhale. And 50 other sensations that you are physically feeling as you breathe. Deepen into these sensations. Feel more deeply, more intently. And as you follow your breath, deepening into the sensations, and what we're doing here is we're peeling your attention away from your thinking mind and placing your attention directly into your senses, so you can feel your breathing. Your body, your 5 senses are portals to presence. They're avenues. They're mediums through which our consciousness can start to deepen into a place that is present. And when you are fully present, you're starting to come to a deeper place within you, a place within you that is timeless. You're starting to connect to that deep stillness within you. And this deep stillness and your deepest I am presence, your ground of being, are one. But rather than thinking about this, focus on your breathing, deepen into your senses. And as you follow your breath, let the inhale and exhale, let this rhythm of your breathing settle your body, calm your heart, settle mind. And as you breathe in, draw into your body, heart and mind a feeling of ease and relaxation. And release all feelings of unease, of conflict, of anxiety, of fear. Let all that go. Breathe in peace and exhale stress. Breathing in peace, exhaling stress. Let your breath be gentle. There's no controlling. Just allow the breath to be however your lungs wish to breathe. Just breathe naturally. And continue like this. Continue following your breath. Continue drawing in ease, relaxation. And wherever you're feeling tension, tightness, unease, conflict, notice that and see if you can let it go. And for the next few minutes, this is our meditation. It's so utterly, utterly simple. Yet in this simplicity there's great power. So part of relaxing in your meditation is letting go of trying. If you try too hard to relax, then you're not really relaxing, are you? You're trying. Let go of trying. This is what relaxing is about. Releasing all reaching, grasping, thinking that you have to achieve something or master something. Okay? If you have that perspective, if you have those thoughts, gently smile at them and release them. Let them go. Continue to deepen. Continue to immerse yourself in this feeling of ease and of relaxation. And this feeling that you've arrived. You have arrived. In this moment, you don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to be achieving something other than where you are right now. So rather than reaching, we're bringing in an attitude of deep acceptance. Embrace your body, your heart, whatever state of mind you're in, embrace it fully, deeply. Just continue to follow your breathing. And if you notice that your breath is really slowing down and becoming very soft, that's okay. That's perfectly normal. And when you relax deeper, your breathing may even stop for a while. That's okay. Let your breathing really slow down. Even if it stops, allow your breathing to stop. When your body is ready, you will breathe again. Stay here for a few more moments, immersed in the silence and stillness within you, and then embrace this stillness. Be comfortable with it. Become intimate with your own stillness, with your own presence. You're simply sitting, breathing, being. Leave your thoughts alone. Leave them in the background, allowing them to chatter away, murmur away on their own. You are not the thinker of your thoughts. Your mind generates thousands of thoughts on its own. You are the awareness. Be the awareness, the witnessing presence of your breathing, of your body, your thoughts there in the background. You're aware of them, but don't engage them. leave them alone. Let new thoughts come, that's fine. Notice them and let them go. Continue to focus deeply on your breathing. And this is something that you might have to do over and over again. If you get carried away by your thoughts, that will happen. Notice that, notice that. And when you notice that, that's a mini awakening. When you notice that you've been carried away by your thoughts, all of a sudden you're back to being present. Bring your attention back into your breathing again. And even you have to do this numerous times, that's okay, that's part of our practice. Deepen into the feeling, the physical sensations of your breathing. It's as if you're feeling your breath with your entire being. As you immerse yourself in ease and relaxation, you'll start to notice an aliveness within your body, within your being. It's as if every cell, every atom in your body is vibrating. And this is the outer energy of consciousness. Your deep sense of I am. This is your ground of being, is expressing itself through your body, through your emotions, through your thoughts. It is what powers your body, powers your thoughts. And this I am, this deepest sense of self, of I am, is not something that you have. It is what you are. Being. And an integral aspect of this I am is awareness. And awareness is not what you have. Awareness is who we are. Pure awareness. Not the objects of what we are aware of, but the awareness itself. So in your meditation, when you're very still and you're relaxed, in a relaxed state of awareness, it's almost as if your awareness is becoming aware of itself. But don't try to label, don't try to define, don't try to analyze. Simply be. And you are pure awareness, pure being. It is in the relaxed state of awareness that you will derive a lot of the physiological and psychological benefits of meditation. And this is what I call the fourth stage of meditation, is when you can stay in relaxed awareness, even if it's for a brief moment. That's enough. When you get the taste of relaxed awareness, then you will understand. You will know when that is. And sometimes it's flipping between this relaxed awareness and the mind getting busy again. And then we counter that mind getting busy by two things. One is bringing attention back to the breath. And secondly, by deep acceptance, by knowing and allowing when the mind gets busy, we accept that mind gets busy. But when that happens, it's a signal for us to deepen into our breathing. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just part of the process. It's part of our practice. Your mind may be busy all it wants, but you are not the mind. You are the pure awareness. You are the ground of being. You are the deep, deep stillness within you. And that never changes. That never changes. Therefore, this is a process of uncovering, of uncovering and realizing that this deep stillness, this peace, this inner joy, inner wisdom is right there. It's been with you all along because it is you. You can never lose that. It's when we mistake or overlay our identity with our body, with our mind, with our thoughts, that whatever is happening with the body, with the mind, we feel, we see that that's happening to us. But that is the illusion. That is the what's on the surface. Your deep I am, the ground of being, is wholly self-sufficient. It's perfect. It's whole. It's eternal. It's not something that you have to get because you already are that. You are that. And let's sit in silence. Just one more minute here. One more minute. Deepen into your stillness, into your silence. Savor it, relish it. Immerse yourself, become comfortable, become intimate with your inner stillness. Now start to draw a deep breath in and a long exhale out. And then bring your palms together and rub them quickly, creating heat. Place your palms over your eyes and enjoy this gentle healing energy from your hands entering your eyes, entering your body. And then releasing hands, palms together over your heart, close eyes, thumbs gently pressing against your sternum. And as you hold this mudra, this prayer hands, feel that internal centering. Feel deeply connected to that center within you. Because you are this center. Draw another breath in and exhale, open eyes. So feel free to stretch legs if you want to pause this video, stand up, stretch. If you need to do that, please feel free and do that. And now we're going to go into the second part of our session. And I just want to say that the greater the darkness, the brighter the light shines. So in this very strange a time of upheaval and change and great challenge, know that precisely in these times of challenge that we need to turn within and anchor ourselves to our center and find that inner strength, that inner peace, that inner wisdom that's within us. And in some ways, everything what's happening is really an opportunity. It's a time where we're being pushed and our sense of reality or sense of what is real and what is normal is being torn apart. But even though things on the outside are crumbling and we're in a state of upheaval due to the pandemic, the COVID-19 virus that's going around, and it seems maybe it has to get worse before it can get better. But in these times of challenge, turn within. Take the opportunity to do this. So, when we do turn within, we can start to really examine our thoughts and examine our anxieties, our fears. Look at them closely and start to try and dig into a deeper place than what's on the surface. On the surface there's anxiety, there's fear, there's thoughts racing, there's a sense of chaos, of instability, of a great uncertainty. But underneath that, there is the ground of being. The ground of being is always there. It is who we are at the deepest level. And Jesus talked about a parable, Matthew 7:24-25, about a man who built his house and he set the foundation deep into a rock. And the wind came, the floods came, but the house stood still and was safe. Another man built a house on sand. And when the winds came, floods came, the house was washed away. So for me, my interpretation of this parable is that the house represents your consciousness, your outer life. The rock represents the ground of being, who we are, what is truly real and substantial deep within us. And when we anchor our consciousness, our minds and our emotions to that ground of being within, then we can withstand anything, even death. Because death has no dominion over the ground of being. Death is for the physical outer expression. Death is a natural process. It's the opposite of birth. There's birth, there's death. Death gives space for more birth. And there goes the outer expression of life. But the manifestation of life comes from a deeper place, the ground of being. The ground of being is the source of all forms, of all life. It's the very source and the power behind your body, your heart, your mind. Everything changes as in flux on the outside, but deep inside, within you, is the ground of being, and that is who we truly are. Now, we all come to meditation for different reasons, and maybe it had nothing to do with ground of being. Maybe some of you thought that was a very poetic way of expressing something, but the ground of being is an expression of a deep truth. And in A Course in Miracles, one of the most profound statements in A Course in Miracles is that what is real can never be threatened. What is unreal doesn't exist. It's worth repeating. What is real can never be threatened. This is like the rock. This is the ground of being. What is unreal doesn't exist. This is an extremely profound statement and has many levels of meaning. But the physical expression, the energetic expression of the ground of being is what is manifested. And what is manifested is temporary. It's changing, it's in flux. And it expresses many of the qualities of the ground of being, but expressed in a physical way. For example, timelessness is expressed as the infinity of time. And the internal boundlessness or the limitlessness of the ground of being is expressed outwardly as the vast infinitude of all these physical things that we see in the universe. This universe, as we know it, is an expression of the ground of being. The ground of being is primordial. It is what comes before this physical universe. Okay, let's just going to go back to the beginning of our course, and the first thing we had was to have an open mind, open heart. And throughout your journey, this is something that we need to really look at and cherish, and be careful not to become an expert. Once you become an expert, there are very few possibilities. Your viewpoint really narrows. And when you're always a beginner, you're always open-minded, you're curious. Nothing is defined very strictly. So it's this sense of openness to life. So this is an important attitude to have, an open mind and an open heart. Meditation is a journey from your thinking mind and into your heart, into your body, into your presence. Now, your body and your mind are connected, they're meshed, and they're both powered by something much deeper, the ground of being. And this power of awareness comes from the ground of being and animates our intellectual ability, our mind, and our body. But the mind, the body, the emotions are really outer expressions. For example, most of us drive cars. So we would never confuse a car with our body. We are the driver. We don't confuse that. The car is the car, the driver is the driver. The driver can get out of a car, get into another car. And a car has all these specifications and uniqueness. Some have big engines, some have small engines, some go fast, some go slow, some have lots of internal space, some have very little space. And it goes on. There's many, many types of cars. So your body and your mind is like that. The ground of being is infused into your body and mind. And we each have our own intellectual uniqueness, our physical uniqueness, and our personality. But none of these things is really who we are at the deepest level. They're like what's something on the outside, like a car. We mistake these outer things for who we are. Imagine a driver thinking that he's a BMW, or maybe a Kia, or maybe a Toyota. And that would be hilarious. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing when we identify ourselves that I am. When we stick that label of I am onto our physical body, onto our mind, onto our emotions. I'm happy. I'm angry. I'm short. I'm tall. I'm old. I'm young. And yet we define ourselves in these ways, and it becomes entrenched in our subconscious mind. So, although we start to meditate for different reasons, for some people it's trying to deal with insomnia, for some people it's anxiety, maybe trying to find a little bit of inner peace, for some people maybe it's trying to understand what the hell meditation is all about. And whatever motivated us to come to meditation, ultimately meditation is awakening to who we are. And it's in that process that as a byproduct we start to obtain these physiological and psychological benefits from meditation. And these benefits come from at the level of relaxed awareness. And if there's a really easy way to define or describe meditation, I would say it's a state of relaxed awareness, where you're in a state where you're not thinking, you're not doing, you're simply being, you're sitting and breathing. So you're in that state of relaxed awareness. And if we can be in that state even for a few moments, that's where we draw a lot of benefits. It's been scientifically proven that meditation slows down the aging of the brain, boosts your immune system. So it's a good time to practice meditation. But these are byproducts. The most significant benefit from meditation eventually is awakening. Awakening to who you are, who you truly are at the deepest level. And that is a deeper description of the meditation process, is to uncover, to release all the illusions, the paradigms, the beliefs, the assumptions that we're holding on to, thinking of who we are, who others are, of our view of reality. And meditation is a way to deepen to a place underneath that, to see through those illusions, let them go, and to uncover our true nature, our true essence. And this is the reason why in the last 2 sessions of our ground of being that we focused on an internal contemplation method of creating inner space, of creating this gap, the spaciousness between you as the awareness and the objects of awareness. And realize that the objects of awareness are not only the physical objects of your senses, but also emotions and thoughts and sensations and memories and mental images. Whatever you are aware of, those are the objects of awareness. And even if you're aware of nothing, and if you feel you're aware of nothing, just realize there's something in you, there's an awareness of what is nothing. So something aware of that. Now, coming to deepen into a relaxed state of awareness, this is what's important. This is the foundation. And so the method is really very simple, if you can call it a method. It's simply focusing on breath awareness, and relaxing. And that's all there is to it. And if you can hold on to that and immerse yourself in ease and relaxation, you naturally enter into a state of relaxed awareness. Now, of course, sooner or later the thoughts get busy. We bring attention back to our breath. So this becomes a process. It can feel like a cycle that you're doing this over and over again. But that's all right. That's all right. Accept that. And bring acceptance into your practice. So there are going to be days when your mind is really busy, you're feeling agitated. Allow that to be. Okay? Bring acceptance that you're really agitated and you can't settle down. And you're finding it difficult to settle down. Accept that. Bring acceptance to it. Embrace that. And when you do embrace that, it does something. It eases things and you start to become more present. And even if that doesn't happen, that's okay. Bring acceptance there. Keep drawing a deep acceptance. And even if you come to a point where you feel, you think you cannot accept things, then bring acceptance to the fact that you can't accept things. Notice what happens when you do that. Now, part of our practice, creating inner space and awareness, was also the practice of neti-neti, of really deepening into the realization we are not our body, we're not our emotions, we're not our thoughts, we're not our minds, we're something much greater and much deeper. You can lose your mind, you can lose your body, but you can never lose what you truly are, the ground of being. Now, I've outlined 6 stages of meditation. The 4th state was relaxed awareness, and I believe each one of you has already experienced that in one form or another, even if it was for a brief moment in your practice. a relaxed state of awareness. And in the next stage, the awareness is realizing its awareness. Pure being, pure awareness. And I feel and I know many of you have experienced that as well. And when we practice this, we come to the sixth stage of meditation. When we start to awaken, when we start to realize that we are pure being, ground of being. And when that realization happens, we realize that the ground of being is the source of all that is, that we see as this universe. That the ground of being is the source of presence, of I am within you, and also of everything around you. And then we realize that there's a oneness, a unity that underlies all things. And it might start off as just a gentle insight, a gentle feeling, but over time it grows, it deepens. So allow your meditation practice, no matter where you're at, to evolve naturally. The important thing is to create a strong foundation. So imagine a beautiful rose bush. So by following these modules that I've put out, and following our very simple meditation practice and our contemplation exercises, what we're doing is we're working the earth. We're watering the earth, putting compost on it, fertilizing it, looking after the earth. And when we do that, the rose bush blooms, many buds, many flowers, and the result will be there organically, effortlessly, not forced. But it comes to the steps that we've taken here. And these steps are very simple, very concrete. And I can't emphasize the importance of the foundation. And I know that people like to jump ahead. They like to read the last page. But the thing is, you might read the ending and not understand it. So allow the results to happen effortlessly, naturally. Let your practice be building and creating this foundation, working the earth. Because when you really practice, sincerely practice these simple methods of breath awareness, bringing attention to your breath, deepening into your relaxation, bringing acceptance, bringing gratitude, these simple steps are going to create a very strong foundation. And then relaxed awareness becomes something that's easy, effortless, beautiful. And from relaxed awareness to inner space, to pure awareness and being, and deepening into oneness. It's a natural progression. It's a natural progression, not in the sense of taking steps and you're going up, but it's like a flower opening and unfolding and revealing what's inside. That's your ground of being. And in Buddhism, there's a beautiful mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. And it translates roughly as the jewel in the lotus. A very simple mantra. I'm not promoting the mantra, but I'm mentioning the mantra because of the meaning. The jewel in the lotus. The lotus represents the outer expression, our physical body, our mind, our emotions, and what's out there in this physical world. The jewel represents the ground of being, the true treasure within. So your journey here is a journey of self-discovery, of opening up to the vastness, the richness, opening up to discovering your limitless, boundless, and eternal nature, which is your ground of being. I think we've come to the end of our 6th session in the Ground of Being Hush Hour. And I just want to let you know that there's another course that's coming up, and most likely this is going to be virtual, called Samatva. And Samatva means inner balance. It means being grounded into our ground of being centered into our ground of being. And when we are, we create balance, centeredness, and inner strength and wisdom. Samatva is a beautiful Sanskrit word that means being centered, having that inner balance. And my original thought was, this course was supposed to start in May, but because it's virtual, I'm looking that we can start in a couple of weeks. And it's this realization that I think we need this. We truly need to take this opportunity to turn within. And it will be a 5-week course, and the price will be reduced for everyone. It will be reduced, be a virtual class, and also I'll see if we can have an opportunity to live stream some sessions as well. It's only 5 sessions, so it's very short. And I'm talking to the management at Woke Yoga, and we'll see if we can get something concrete of when the Samatva series can start, and I'll let you know. But in the meantime, please express if you have any interest in joining a virtual course to let me know. So let's bring our hands together in prayer. One deep breath in, long exhale out. And I want to end our practice by sharing this blessing with you. At the center of your heart lies a spark, a pure divine light that's endless, timeless, and limitless. It's pure love. It's your essence, it's your truth. The one light shines in each one of us. The light in me sees and honors the same light shining in you. So let's say to each other here, Namaste. So, Namaste. Thank you so much for being part of this Hashara ground of being. It's my honor and privilege to bring this to you. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions, and I'll be compiling all the weekly summaries, all the modules. We have module number 5, which is a review, a wrap-up. And so I'll be emailing all that to each one of you. So, namaste, and be well, be safe. Thank you.